Hi everybody, this is Nancy, and today I've got a layout of Edward and Bella with a promo photo from Breaking Dawn. And I promised this video to actually a couple of people, and you know, to show how I distressed it and the products that I used. So here we go. First of all, I started with a blank canvas, and I misted it with some different, various dilutions or glimmer mists, and I wanted it to look like dried blood, which it kind of does. Looks like it's got smears of dried blood, so that's exactly what I was after. And then the paper underneath that is by, the dictionary print. That's by Creative Imaginations, and the other side of it looks like that, which I thought was, both sides are really gorgeous. Love this paper. I'm not sure that I can't see where the name, only the brand Creative Imaginations, and it does say Mara Johnson. So anyway, you can find that at scrapbook.com. So I used that, and the way that I distressed it was to burn it. Can you see that? So what I did basically is I tore some holes in it, which is hard to see. Well, here's one. It's hard to see because I tucked lace in most of the holes. But I tore some holes in it. First I distressed the edges with the Tim Holtz distress tool. And then I just hold it over an open flame, just a candle. In fact, that's the very candle I used. Just the open flame, and you actually let it catch fire, and then, for a couple seconds, and then blow it out. And it will continue to, it'll still be red, it will still be burning a little bit. So you just let it burn, however much you want to. And then, when you like the pattern of how far it's burning, you just use have a wet paper towel ready, and you just, hit it with the paper towel to stop it from burning any further. And, obviously you want to be careful. I do this sort of thing right next to my kitchen sink, just like I do when I make the lollipop flowers and I burn the satin fabric. I just throw it in the sink and run turn the water on if need be. But so far so good. I haven't had any fires. But it just do it next to the sink. That solves everything. So then I adhered that to the canvas with Mod Podge, and then I guess I put the photo next. Yeah, I don't, the photo, the paper behind the photo, I don't know what that was. I know that it came from Michael's, and, the single paper, and the front side of it had a big tree, and it said, family down in the bottom right corner, but it was the back side of this paper that I loved. And, yeah, it's just really pretty. So anyway, I put that, and then I put the photo, I printed the photo from the internet. I just Google, Breaking Dawn. I think I might have done Breaking Dawn promo photos on this one, but it really is it's a beautiful picture of them. So I put that, adhered that also with Mod Podge, and then that piece of lace I had in my stash is like a lace corner, and then I put another piece of lace down here, but I ended up, you can partially see it, but I ended up covering it up with the roses, and those were just lace from my stash. And then I went around and tucked in pieces of lace here and there, and where the tears are. And also this lace down here, I don't know if you can see it, it's really pretty. Can you see that? That I got from SA Crafters on the seller SA Crafters on Zibbit.com, and it was actually, the name of the lace is actually called Bloody. And it looks like dried blood. The color is so pretty, and it was just perfect. It totally matched the blood drips. Now the blood drips, that is also Creative Imaginations, the Breathless collection. And this is actually the whole top of that paper has this border of blood, and it's pretty wide. So I tore off most of it, and then I tore I didn't want it to go all the way across, so I just basically tore it across the top, and then I fussy cut the drips. And I wanted you know, I thought that the drips might be difficult to adhere because I needed it to adhere to the lace, you know, plus the, you know, there was, the lace has dimension. So what I did is I took a foam brush and I squeezed a whole bunch of glossy accents on the back side of the dripping blood, and I just painted it with the foam brush, painted it with glossy accents, and then I mean, it stuck. It's not going anywhere. It stuck really good, but yet the glossy accents isn't showing through because I didn't want you to be able to see that shine behind it. I wanted it, you know, to look smooth, and it was a perfect solution for that. And where I tore it, I rolled it and you know, brushed it with the Tim Holtz Distress Stains. If you haven't tried those, they're really great. It looks like that. They come in bottles, and that was black soot was the color I used there. And also on the paper itself, you'll see that how clean this one is and how this one, you know, is distressed. I used the distress stain in white opaque. It's called Picket Fence, but it's an opaque white. And when you can paint it on the paper, and it paints on sort of white, and then you just kind of, you know, wipe it back with a baby wipe. So that distressed it even more. And let me see, what did I do with those? Oh, that was later. Okay, and then I sprayed it with a little bit of Glimmer Mist and Pearl, which doesn't really add any color, just some shine. And I also sprayed it with my favorite my favorite mica mist by Dilutions, and Gold Stars mica spray. This stuff is my favorite. It's loaded with mica, and you can see it really pretty well there, and also behind the chandelier. Okay, next. Okay, well, the roses. Now these roses I made, and I made them. It was my first time doing rolled roses, and I really love them. I made them with a kit from Fab Scraps called Paper Roses, and there are 200 roses, and all you got to do is punch it out. See, that's the back side. It's you know, there are, I think, 5 or 6 different pattern papers, and each sheet has 5 different size roses on it, and along the edge there are leaves. Can you see that? So each page has 5 roses and has like a whole bunch of leaves around the border. And there's all kinds of pretty patterns and colors. So I got that at scrapbook.com. It's fairly expensive, you know, because you do get 200. But it is on clearance over there right now. And it's by Fab Scraps. And I really love it. I bought it to go with this collection of paper that I bought there too. It's the Fab Scraps Burlesque. Really gorgeous paper. Look at that. I fell in love with it, and I had to buy it, and then I ended up buying the roses. Look how pretty. Anyway, I think they're all actually on clearance there right now. So I'm going to make a mini album eventually. Okay, so I made 3 of the rolled roses, and then I put some Prima vines around it. I just cut up a vine. And then up here there's a couple of Prima flowers, and those leaves are actually from that rolled roses paper collection. And that is it's a chandelier. It's a Fab Scraps, and I distressed it using 3 different of the distress stains, and antique linen, vintage photo, and tea dye. So I just dabbed that on, and then I used the Tim Holtz distress embossing powder and vintage photo. And then, if you could see that gold, I rubbed a little bit of this of treasure gold. I really like this stuff. It's like Rub and Buff, only I like it better. And the shade is Renaissance Gold. It just comes in a little tub, and it lasts forever. Well, I think that's about it. And thanks for watching. I hope you like it. And Tracy, I hope that this was of help to you. And see you later. Thanks. Bye.